What's good? It's DJ Darrell here for another episode of Father of Fraternity. Thank you so much for taking the time to press play. So, you're a father, or you know a father that definitely wants to be a better person, be a better man, and I'm hoping that this will be very helpful for you. These are some questions out there that fathers should ask themselves, whether they're new or old to being a father. One, who is your leader? Who is your driver, or what is your driver? Like, are you led by fear? Are you led by success? Are you led by perfectionism? Are you led by faith? All these things will make a factor on how you become a parent. Like, fear-based parenting is totally different than respect-based parenting. If you're wanting to listen to your kids, you want to be able to gain their respect. If you're just wanting to instill fear into them, I'm not sure how much respect they'll have for you once they figure out that there could have been a better way to communicate. I just want fathers to be able to consider what is making you tick. What are your triggers? As a father, what things make you happy? And what is your purpose? These are all things I've had to ask myself countless times in the past couple years, because it just will change things. It'll change how you speak to your kids, how you speak to yourself. And these are all important things when it comes to the development of your kids. Like, think of how much you love yourself. Also think about how much you love your family and what you'll do for them. Think about how long you want to be with your family. Write these things down. What 3 things or what 4 core values do you have for your family? What is the main thing that you want to do to be better as a person and as a man first? And then how will that translate into you being a father? These are questions that we really use to self-assess ourselves. If you aren't able to self-assess, you will not be successful in anything that you do. That is something that I really feel. Maybe it's not scientifically correct, but this is me just speaking to you as a father, from father to father. If you can't see yourself, you'll make everybody the issue. You'll never be able to see where you are falling or where you're failing. There is failure in anything that you do, but failure leads to success. Failure can breed success, because if you're wanting to understand yourself within the failure, you'll be successful the next time these instances come around. So ask yourself these things. Really sit with yourself. Recently, whenever I speak to fathers on Clubhouse, as I talked about in the last episode, we ask each other, how are you feeling today? Where are you at mentally? Have you did a check-in with yourself? Think of those things. Don't just say, oh, I'm good, I'm okay. Or how are we going to get any better if we don't ask ourselves these questions and figure it out? A lot of us can get into the point of, if my family's happy, I'm happy. If my wife's good, I'm good. Happy wife, happy life. It's cool. Sounds good to say. It looks great on the t-shirt. But literally, does that make you happy? Does that bring you joy? Do you have joy that cannot be taken or changed? Because happiness comes with circumstances. And I really want you to be full of joy. We're going to get into, if we're going to talk about the fruits of the Spirit, because, I believe in God, and I'm not ashamed to share that on my channel, because it's me being for real. If we're going to have all the fruits of the Spirit, remember that joy is one of those, and you have that access to pull from within. Happiness is something totally different. So we want you to have joy, and we want you to be able to be filled with joy as much times as possible, so that you can overflow and pour that into somebody else. When people say that what's in you comes out of you. So if you're full of joy and somebody knocks that, or somebody comes in contact with you, that's going to pour out first. Whenever you're overfilled, you'll be able to pour that into your family, into your kids, into your co-workers, and into all the people around you, and you'll be that beacon of light. That is something that you want to be as a father. You want to be able to be that, if you can figure out what is, good for you. I don't want to say that you have to be that, because we don't always have the mental space for that. That is also something I've learned that you have to figure out. Fathers, please take the time for yourself to figure out what your mental capacity is. Figure out what your bandwidth on projects are. Um, I really have to self-assess this every day, because how am I going to be an advocate for fatherhood if I can't be a good father or a good husband because I'm too busy advocating for other fathers and I can't do it inside of my house? I have to make sure whatever I'm doing, I can still be 100% with my family, for my wife, for my 2 kids, and for myself. If it takes me away from being any of those, it cannot be more important, because those are that's my core values. I know no matter what, my family and my kids have to be good before I'm able to feel comfortable doing other stuff to help other families. It may sound selfish, but it's actually a way that I can serve you all a lot better. So while the frequency of the videos and my posts and everything is going well, if there's a time where it's doing too much and I can't control what's going on with my family due to my interest, then that has to be, taken away. I just want fathers to consider these things. Like, I have to ask myself, what am I driven by? Is it success? Is it to look good on camera? Is it to have the perfect family? If that was ever the case, it's not now, because I know better. I know perfectionism is a disease to me. Like, you will be able to be stunted growth if you try to be perfect in everything. If every background is perfect, there's a lot of fakeness that's being pushed to the side. Like, nothing is perfect. Everything is a facade on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just know that you're getting the best view of people. And that's even me included. I don't show you everything. Like, this looks perfect, right? Like, this is fake. But I have to make it look good for you, because behind this is my dirty man cave. And this is just me being 100% with you so that you all can build trust with me. So I want y'all to ask questions. If there's something that you feel that you are lacking in, let's try to figure it out. Let's try to figure it out together. Like, even if it's not me, I'm not saying let's, like, it has to be me trying to help you. Let's, us as people, try to figure out what is holding us back. What's making us not want to deal with things to be better. I want us fathers to do good. I want us to be good. I want us to be well. And this is what I just felt was in my spirit. Like, I'll give you a quick background and then I'll end it. My daughter seems to be led by fear recently. She woke up last night scared because of her toys that she thought was a monster. There's areas in our house that she is scared of because it's darker than others. It's just new things she's been scared of. Even things as simple as a fly. Like, she had almost 2 meltdowns this week because of that. And in my mind, I have to start assessing what is going on. Is she led by fear? No. Are these things that need more context for her so she can have understanding? Yeah, I'm sure. But I also have to figure out, what is it? What are these things that are leading her to having these emotional outbursts? And as I assess her, I have to assess myself. What am I doing to help her feel emotionally stable? Are we doing our meditations? Am I giving her the quality time that she needs? Am I talking to her and giving her context on the house? These questions, I question myself all of the time. So I felt that this week, maybe if I'm going through this, some fathers probably are too. And I want to thank you for being that. And if you haven't got to that point, if you feel like it could be necessary, I hope that one of these questions will spark something in your mind so that you can be a better father tomorrow than you have been today. Because each day we want to get better. So that's my 2 cents, or my 5 or 6 minutes of just speaking to you all, so that I want you to be better. And I hope that as we grow, that you can grow with me, because I want to be better too. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, or you feel that every father should ask themselves, leave it below. I would love to see what your comments and questions are. Thank you for the feedback. We're on the road to 5K, so if you're not subscribed, please hit the bell button, hit subscribe. I would love to have you around and be a part of our movement. Until next time, y'all have a good one.